I was asked to respond to this video by one of my subscribe stars. I don't know why though. Why do you want me to respond to something that's so casual, so mundane? But anyway, right, this is viral, 300,000 views, and some people say it's fake. I don't know why it's fake, because there's nothing to gain from it. Like, some people say it's meant to cause racismus, but I just don't see it. Anyway, let's look at it and see for ourselves.
Little boy, you know, I'm trying to keep him occupied on the plane for 3 hours.
I understand. We're just trying to relax, get to our destination.
Right, so this is a horror scenario. I mean, if you're going to fly on a plane for 3 hours and you have a kid behind you that keeps kicking his legs, there's nothing much you can do. I mean, you can't get up, you can't leave, you're trapped in there. So talking to the mother and trying to get her to calm the child down is probably the only approach.
We're all trying to be quiet.
It's fine. We'll stop in a sec.
No, this is not okay. So when I was a kid, I would never do this because my parents would be very harsh with me, and there's a time to be gentle and there's a time to be firm. This is definitely a time to be firm. I mean, if your kid is bothering other people, like it's an embarrassing situation, you gotta be stern with them. Like, you can't be like, oh well, you know, like the kid needs to understand that what he is doing is definitely not okay, and I don't think he's going to get that from just stroking the top of his head and like whispering sweet nothings into his ear.
You got a lot of energy, don't you?
Just talk to me.
Ma'am, I'm sorry. Do you care to like get your kid under control?
It's getting real.
I mean, have you ever had a kid on the plane for 3 hours? What would you do? What would you do?
She got a good
If that was
point.
my kid, he would be behaving.
He's behaving, definitely behaving.
I mean, yeah, this is pretty unusual. I have been with many planes. I have never seen this happening. Sure, you know, like you can have a toddler and he can cry. Like that's understandable. But a kid at this age, yeah, he should be behaving. Like I was behaving when I was at this age, because I knew that if I don't behave, when I finally get home, I would be in big trouble with my parents. Let's put it this way.
Yeah, now.
I don't think you've passed on good manners.
I definitely passed on good manners. I'm gonna need you to turn around. I got this. I'm gonna need you to turn around and play it off.
Play it off.
He stopped.
Okay.
Stopped.
Yeah, you're good.
Honestly, we need to make a scene.
I mean,
Now the kid is emboldened, right? Like you didn't take the necessary measures, and now the kid realizes that he's getting attention, so he's going to keep doing it. And I see that the mother is now allowing him to keep doing it. Honestly, if I was behind this woman, I would do it as well. Or behind the child, I would just, you know, like playfully kick my feet onto the seat. Because some people just need to experience the inconvenience themselves because they have no empathy when the inconvenience is being delivered to others. So I guess it's like, okay, well, you know, let's all do this. Like, if this is normal, let's all do it.
come on.
Stop, honey. Like,
What do you mean
honestly.
stop it?
Yeah,
I mean,
listen
I feel
to
like
the
I'm on a
wife.
roller coaster.
Listen.
It's like, listen to the wife. Right? So again, you're not, like, what message are you sending to your child? Like, the message that you're sending to your child is that it's okay to inconvenience others. It's okay to have absolutely no respect for other people. And I'm sorry, but like, this is a one-way ticket to delinquency. And from delinquency, it can only get worse. You're not teaching him any discipline either. Right? So like, when the kid is going to grow up and he's going to want something that goes against his interests and you want to say no, how are you going to say no? Like at this age, it's controllable. But when the kid is, you know, like, he's obviously a boy, so he's going to be a man. Like, what do you do when he overpowers you? Right? So, like, you need to teach discipline at an early age. Like, I'm sorry, but, like, this is legitimately, like, everything this lady does is wrong. Like, nothing that she does is okay. And I'm pretty sure she wouldn't appreciate it if another kid did this to her. Right? Like, she was trying to sit in a airplane and someone else, like, kept kicking the fits on her seat.
Listen to your wife. That's your best bet.
And I also like the fact that literally, like, no one on the plane intervenes. Like, no one says anything. Like, everyone is fine. Like, if you did this in my country, you'd have, like, at least 4 or 5 other passengers. Hey, lady, like, come on. Like, no, the guy is right. Like, what are you doing? Like, come on. Like, we can see you're not even trying. Right? Because, like, it would be one thing if the kid, like, has bad manners and she tried. But she's not even trying at this point. Like, she's just siding against these people. Like, she's enjoying now that the kid is bothering these people.
Turn around and listen to your wife.
Hey, buddy.
Listen, like, turn around and listen to my wife. Like she's being very aggressive now. And again, like, you can be aggressive with strangers when they overstep the line, but I don't think they did. I feel like like, it's perfectly reasonable if you're bothering other people that they're going to ask you to stop. Okay, so hey, buddy, is there any way you can stop?
Buddy, is there any way you can stop maybe kicking the seat?
Do not talk to my son.
See? Like literally, she doesn't want him to stop at this point. And she's happy, she's smiling, like she's enjoying this. I mean, this, okay, so this is an unreasonable person. It's time that you call the flight attendant. The flight attendant should appear and, like, obviously, they can't do much, because, like, the plane is in flight. But once the plane lands, like, she should definitely get the punishment from the airlines. Usually you get, like, a flight suspension, you get something like that. You apply this punishment once or twice, and then, like, this is not going to happen. Am I being naive, chat? Am I being naive in believing that this is the correct solution? Like what else are you supposed to do? Not to mention, like, aren't there other chairs that, like if this is the case, just get them another chair where there's no one in front. Like, there must be a solution. Don't talk to my son. Like, why not, though? Especially when you ask them, like, hey, can you please stop?
Oh, don't talk to my son.
Man.
Talk to me like your husband did. Talk to me.
Again, like, this lady is going to face the repercussions of this later on in life. When this kid is going to grow and he is not going to know any discipline, he's not going to know that you need to respect other people, he's not going to know empathy, because, like again, this is an empathetic thing. It's like, okay, how would you like it if someone else did it to you? You wouldn't, right? So, like none of these values are being instilled into the child. The consequences are going to come. I mean, he is going to grow up, right? And these people aren't going to be in the airplane anymore. No one is going to be to blame. And I'm willing to bet, like, when the consequences come on knocking, like, she's going to think that she didn't do anything wrong.
Considered reading a motherhood book?
I
was just trying to...
Damn, you're overstepping.
Right, so, like, the other passengers are to blame as well. Like the other passenger obviously outnumbered this lady, right? Like, they could speak up. Instead of going, ooh, ooh, ooh. You should be able to speak up and side with this guy, because he's in the right. And we're like, well, and by the way, like, at this point, like, he's obviously throwing insults, right? Because, like, he realized she's not going to do anything about this. And not only that, but, like, she doesn't want the kid to stop at this point. Like, she wants the kid to continue. So, like, now it's time to flick insults back and forth.
Your boundaries.
Overstepping my boundaries.
You are, and you really starting to piss me
You're
off.
overstepping my boundaries by letting your kid.
No, my kid is just.
See, I see empty chairs behind them. This is what I don't get. Like, maybe this is why some people say it's staged. Because why isn't the flight attendant just moving these people with a couple of seats behind and that's it? But again, like, at this point, I'm willing to bet she's not even willing to move. Like, she's just going to stay here, so.
It's fine. My kid is fine. Turn around. No, you can turn
Lower
around.
your voice a little bit.
No, I don't need to lower anything.
I was asking you nicely, and I was asking your son nicely.
Both of y'all.
The sad part is that I'm willing to bet the mainstream media would side with her, wouldn't they? Like this would be viewed as racismus, classified as such. Hopefully, that they're going to track with these people out on social media, punish them for daring to claim that they were inconvenienced. Like, this is what's going to happen, right? When it's obviously not the case. And you know who the real victim is? The real victim is going to be the kid and the mother. Because the kid is not benefiting from an actual education. Like, unironically, what did they learn? They learned that you can inconvenience other people. and there's absolutely no punishment. In fact, mommy is going to side with me, and the mother is going to have to deal with an unruly child when they grow up. Like, it's going to be too late to educate them then. So, yeah, I do think that this family is actually going to be the victims of society.